7 romantic perfumes that are incredibly long-lasting. We know Valentine's Day is coming up. I would love to provide you with some unconventional options of fragrances that are going to last you the entire day. Just a few sprays are going to last you forever. And this is a bit of hyperbole, but these are incredibly long-lasting. And all of these have a romantic component about them. I'm very excited to share these fragrances with you in just a moment, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I tell you about these 7 romantic perfumes that I think are amazing for a special occasion or Valentine's Day or whenever you want to smell your best and you want to convey a sense of romance and seduction and sophistication or whatever the case may be, I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Okay, so with that being said, if you want to sample these fragrances, if you want to purchase them, you want a reputable dealer, today I'm going to recommend House of Dubai. And of course, I'm going to leave the link down below. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box, and that's House spelled H-A-U-S, House of Dubai. And of course, they carry a lot of really hard to find niche brands, and I would highly recommend them. I've used them myself, and I can't recommend them enough. Please, please, please check out these fragrances if you have the opportunity to do so. Of course, I don't advocate blind buying. If you can get your hands on a sample, whatever it may be, just try them on skin, see how they work with your skin chemistry. And of course, I do have some sample recommendations here. I'm going to reveal them in just a little bit, but all of these are amazing. Please check out House of Dubai. They are incredible. The first one that I want to talk about, when I discovered this one a few months ago, might have been about a year ago now, I fell in love with this one. This one has a champagne accord and a lipstick accord. As soon as I thought of those, I said, yeah, this is a romantic perfume, 100%. This needs to be on the list. And okay, admittedly so, I have mentioned this on the channel many times in the past. This one by House of Oud is called, or the House of Oud, T-H-O-O, Thu. This one is called Guilty Crush. This stuff is amazing. This is a champagne accord. It's bright, it's fizzy, it's bubbly. I had the opportunity to meet up with the creative director of the brand and the owner of the brand, and we smelled each individual accord on its own, and just everything brought together. I think there's black currant, and then there's this waxy iris, and you have this creamy floral personality. It's a little starchy, not too powdery, but this is a beautiful, sensual, romantic fragrance. I mean, you smell this on a lady and you know she means business. You know she's ready to hit the night. She's going to have an amazing time. And this is one that is going to last you like forever. And that's the case with a lot of these perfumes, everything from Dear Karma to Cypress Shade, which I know is a little bit hard to find now, to What About Pop. All of these are amazing, but this one, that starchy iris, that champagne accord, definitely a unique olfactive profile, which is another reason why I'm considering this or classifying this as an unconventional recommendation. It's not going to be a fragrance that you've smelled before. It's a very different, very particular DNA, and one that I couldn't recommend enough. It is so beautiful and so romantic. We also have the next one, so let's keep the champagne train going, shall we? So this one has champagne and rose. Those are the only two. I think there's also pomelo in here, but just keep in mind champagne and rose. You're out on a beautiful dinner, candlelit, 5-star restaurant. The mood is set perfectly, such a beautiful, warm, romantic atmosphere. You're with the person you love and you don't have a care in the world, and you're clinking glasses and you're expressing your affection for one another. And you want to mark the occasion with something so unforgettable and something that is going to make you smell irresistible. You hit a night out on the town wearing this fragrance, you will turn heads. You will be the talk of the room. You are going to be the conversation piece when you wear this fragrance. By Lita Imaginaire, everybody talks about their unicorn, which is Blanche Fête, which is a milky tuberose, but this one is called Dum Rosa. Dum Rosa. Beautiful, beautiful. And I know there's also the millésime version. I have the original here. I may eventually get the millésime version, but this one, That rose is so genial, it's so romantic, it's so smooth and velvety. You know, and there's a lot of rose fragrances out there that are very like heavy. Some of them are a bit spicy, some of them are syrupy. With a lot of them, they're compounded with patchouli, kind of adding like this dark, mysterious personality. This one is anything but dark and mysterious. This is very warm, genial, and romantic. Dom Rosa is a beautiful, beautiful perfume by Liquide Imaginaire. Now, this next one I think has Tahitian vanilla. There's a touch of cinnamon in the opening, and then you have this creamy, rich, natural smelling Australian sandalwood. And this is an Australian-based company, so of course it makes sense that they're utilizing a lot of raw materials that are native to, you know, the place in which they're kind of created. This one by Goldfield and Banks is called Silky Woods Elixir. I feel so bad. I should have gotten the big bottle. I have the big bottle of everything else, and I got this stubby little thing. But this is beautiful, let me tell you. This is such an amazing, creamy fragrance. And of course, Silky Woods Elixir is amazing. I would highly recommend that as one of the longest lasting Goldfield and Banks fragrances. And by the way, the brand has a lot of incredibly long lasting fragrances: Mystic Bliss, Silky Woods Elixir. Pacific Rock Moss is in the 6 to 8 hours longevity category, but this one is 10 plus hours. Yes, even the original, you don't have to go with the Elixir version. I love the Elixir version, might be a little bit too heavy for some people, but this one, the cinnamon, the sandalwood, the vanilla, it's creamy, it's smooth, it's velvety. Now this one adds a hint of romance, pardon me. This one, not as sweet. You're not going to get sweetness from this too, but this one does have that creamy, richly textured vanilla in the dry down. So this is where we're starting to head in a bit of a sweeter direction, but sometimes sweet is necessary, right? So for the next one, this is an iris-based fragrance. There's iris, there's also cypress. So if you're looking for an unsweetened, a diet perfume, as it were, this is the one you're going to go with. And I love this because the iris has a bit of a mysterious vibe to it. The cypress makes it unconventional, but because of that floral bouquet, and there's more than just iris in here, even though iris is the star player, it makes it romantic. And this one by Parfums Dusita is called Pelagos. I've spoken about this on my channel in the past. I think I've even done a dedicated review to this one. So if you're interested in learning more about this one, you can always seek my dedicated review. Let me see if I can make some room without knocking anything over here. But Pelagos is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Really, I can't recommend it enough. And this brand has a lot of fragrances that I've owned and discovered going back several years now, and the owner of the company, she's a sweetheart. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Please try this one if you can. So the next one, and this is where sampling really does come in clutch, because again, it's one thing to get like a little travel atomizer of something that comes in like a cylindrical bottle and it's very nondescript and very plain and very whatever. But it's another thing to have kind of a more elevated niche slash luxury experience, especially when you're looking at it from a gifting standpoint, because a lot of times if you're going to buy 100 ml for somebody and you don't know if they're going to like it or not, then it kind of begs the question, is it worth the investment? Is it worth the price that I'm about to pay for this if the person ends up not liking it? So this brand is huge on super long lasting fragrances. That's always been the case, right? And I've acquired so many throughout the years. I mean, I remember, my goodness, back in the day, they were available at this one department store that shut down. And that's where I initially discovered them. I'd rather not mention the name of the department store, but I remember purchasing a few when they were on deep discount, and ever since then I have fallen in love with it. The brand is Boadicea the Victorious. So these small bottles that you see here, I actually have one called Oud Sapphire. So this is oud, saffron, and leather. There's a sweetness, but not from vanilla. It's a resinous, ambery type of a sweetness. And the cool thing about this one is that you can actually get the Sapphire Collection Discovery Set, which has all 4 of these. So I did not buy these individually, right? All of these came in the Discovery Set, and all of them are 10 mLs. So you're going to get basically 40 milliliters worth of juice, beautiful atomizer, beautiful presentation. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit smaller than the typical presentation, but this is the one that I would recommend. Of course, there's the green and there's the aqua, but this one, Oud Sapphire, is the one that I totally recommend. There's also green sapphire in here as well, but please check out the Sapphire Collection Set. I believe it's available at House of Dubai. So again, I'm going to drop a link for it down below. But if you're asking me for my opinion on the most romantic one that I would recommend for Valentine's Day, it's definitely the Oud Sapphire. Even though Oud is a bit of an unconventional note, as long as it doesn't go too much in like a barnyardy direction, I totally recommend it. The next one, also Oud, but again, a very agreeable type of an oud. This one also has a bit of like a silky sweetness in the dry down, so it's not all about the oud, but my God, is this stuff long lasting, by Atelier Materi. This one is called Burgundy Oud. If you want an oud that leans more in the direction of romantic and sensual, this is the one that you're going to check out. Now, I thought about putting Cacao Porcelana on this list. That one has a lot of chocolate and it's a bit powdery. And yeah, you think of Valentine's Day, you think of a romantic occasion, you think of chocolate. But again, unconventional recommendation. So Burgundy Oud came to mind. What a beautiful fragrance this is. And let's talk about the fragrance that is in the #1 spot. This fragrance, I think, has the total package. It is complete. It has the totality of it. You have the beautiful presentation. You have the color of the bottle. You have the romantic name, the romantic ethos, the romantic aesthetic. You also have, all right, another fragrance with a champagne accord. This one is also champagne. You have some delicate florals in here as well. This is such a beautiful romantic fragrance, and it's sparkling, it's fizzy, it's floral. It is definitely this super long lasting, luxurious statement piece. And I know I talk about this brand before on my channel, and I've spoken about many of their offerings, and I've done videos on them with my late friend Carlos, and I think I did a video with my friend Gary, but we're going back like many, many years now. This is such a beautiful brand. You get a bottle of this for a loved one or a significant other, and of course it's going to take their breath away. And I say that for the presentation alone, but once they try it, then they're really going to be mesmerized. And of course this one with the entire package, and of course this one has the gold flakes in the bottle, and this one is by Atelier d'Azur, and it's called Pink Me Up. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. That sort of that beautiful champagne note in the opening. And again, it's not as waxy and as floral as something like Guilty Crush. This one has a bit more of like an understated elegance about it. And again, it's a great recommendation for somebody who wants to smell very romantic, very pretty, without going in a sweet direction. By far, I think the sweetest offering on this list is going to be Silky Woods because of that vanilla. Everything else is a bit more of an unconventional take. Like I said, no chocolate, right? So we're trying to avoid that in this list. But these are 7 amazingly long-lasting romantic fragrances, perfect for Valentine's Day, perfect for a romantic situation or whatever. Please check them out. I'm going to drop the links down below. They are not affiliate links. I am not earning commission on any samples you get, any bottles you purchase. I just want to make it easy for you to locate these products. House of Dubai, house them all. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you took something of value from today's episode. And of course, if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving a thumbs up to this video for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode.